is underway. War is inevitable. There are forces more powerful than the will of the gods, my son. Brace yourself, Percy.
Look, Peter, we all know that last year you did something cool. But honestly, I don't even remember what it was.
We're headed into the sea of monsters. You sure you're okay to do this?
Let's go do the impossible. What?
So this is your boyfriend, huh?
I never said boyfriend. I never said boyfriend.
I believe you.
All right, so San Diego Comic-Con is this weekend, and that was the first trailer of the convention. And can we just start with something a little serious? I mean, the trailer looks great. I'm excited to see Tyson. Now that we know what he looks like in his Cyclops form, which I guess this is Percy's introduction to the fact that Tyson is a Cyclops, because he seemed to be shocked. Or maybe he's just shocked that a Cyclops can take that much battle damage. That could be too. But either way. Now, they went a little gross and icky with the Grey Sisters. I mean, I know this is supposed to be a funny moment with Annabeth desperately trying to convince people that Percy isn't her boyfriend. I mean, it's a she doth protesteth too much situation, but you know, she's like what, 15? So fine. Now, actually no, they're probably both 14 at this point. So that's understandable. But the way the Grey Sisters are looking at Percy, it's like, okay, this kid is supposed to be like 14. I realize that this is based on mythology, but they're in supposedly the real world. Ew. I mean, no, you should not be looking at a 14-year-old boy like that. I mean, maybe Annabeth can, because she's that age, but no, old witches should not be looking at a 14-year-old like that. Anyway, so we basically have seen all the main players. Percy, Annabeth, Grover, Luke, Clarice, Hermes. Of course, the voiceover was from his father, Poseidon, so he's going to be in it. The Grey Sisters. Like I said, Tyson. I might have missed it, but did we see Talia? I might have missed it. I mean, there were a lot of moving around, so, you know, just short clips. So I might have missed her. I assume that the guy who's with Dionysus is Tantalus, because they somehow managed to get rid of oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. What is wrong with me? But I still I realize this is a children's book and it's supposed to be, I think I'm a little off kilter. I know that this is a children's book and it's supposed to be comical, but I still just cannot get over how they are portraying Dionysus. I mean, yes, he's supposed to be the god of wine and partying and having a good time. But he just comes off as a goofball. And that's not what Dionysus is. I mean, he's a partier, but not technically a goofball. So, yeah, that's just bugs me a little bit. So, let me just move you a little bit because there's some announcements that were made. So let's see here. What else did I want to mention about the trailer before I got into the announcements? I am looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. So it's going to be arriving on Disney Plus on December 10th. So it seems like forever away. But still, I'm looking forward to it. As people who followed my channel and my Percy Jackson videos know, I'm not familiar with the books at all. I only recently found out that my nephews read the books, but because they are the correct age. They're in their mid-20s now, early to mid-20s. So, yeah, they read the books. I didn't even know they existed until this show came out, and I love Greek mythology. So, so I went to Wikipedia, so what little knowledge I have of the Sea of Monsters comes from the plot summary from Wikipedia. So, I'm looking forward to it. Clarice looks fierce. She looks great. It's nice to see that they're fighting on the same side, and it doesn't look like, at least I hope that after what happened last season, that she isn't going to bully Percy anymore, that she's going to, even if it's a begrudging respect, have respect for him and not, just be a thorn in his side. But anyway, let's get to the article. And like I said, it's premiering on December 10th. And Rick Riordan made a appearance at the panel. And I put that in quotes because he I think he I don't know if he was actually in the room or if he did this over the internet. Now I'm not so sure. But anyway. So we have a couple of castings for season 3 already. So in case you wondered if there's a season 3, there's definitely going to be a season 3, which had to be announced immediately because Father Time is a bitch. And, these kids are not going to stay the age they're supposed to be for these characters. I mean, season 3, I assume Percy and Annabeth and Grover are supposed to be 15. That's what they are now. So, gotta, step it up, move it up. So anyway, Levi Chrysopoulos and Olive Abercrombie are going to be playing Nico and Bianca D'Angelo, which are the children of Hades, which I don't believe we saw in the trailer. We saw Kronos, but we didn't see, I don't believe we saw Hades. So, yeah, that's, So we're already getting casting announcements for season 3. And the production is set to begin soon on season 3. And for those who are familiar with the books already know that the title is going to be The Titan's Curse. So I'm going to say that they're still going to be battling Kronos. Because why else would it be called that? Alright. Let me turn you around again. Let me just move you so you don't see anything you shouldn't. And that's our Nico and Bianca. Okay, turned. Alright. So they look like cute kids. Yes, and it does say he revealed the news via video message. So I was right. He wasn't on the panel. The panel at Comic-Con was Walker Scoble, Leah Sava Jeffries, Arian Simhadri, Charlie Bushnell, and Dior Goodjohn. And Daniel Deemer, who, of course, plays Tyson. Who was announced in last year's Comic-Con. Or I should say, yeah, last year's Comic-Con. Okay. Now, let's see. Apparently, they almost forgot to play the trailer at this panel, which, oops, they must have been having a lot of fun to forget that, because that's kind of the point of these Hall H panels. Now, they also verbally describe what is happening. So let me see if I can... Oh yeah, I did mention Luke. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so, for those who, like me, are not familiar with the books, let me give you the synopsis. In Season 2, Percy's on a mission to find the Golden Fleece to save Camp Half-Blood, which is run by some jerk being attacked by waves of monsters, said executive producer Craig Silverstein. So Percy has to set out to set things right, and that means a quest to find the Golden Fleece, which is a legendary artifact that can heal anything or anyone, and he needs to use it to restore the protective barrier that surrounds Camp Half-Blood. So Season 2 is about Percy trying to hold all of his life together as it's breaking and changing, and that's your typical middle school experience. Yeah, your typical middle school experience on steroids, because no, doesn't get quite that crazy. Let's see. So there were a couple of executive producers that were on the panel, which was moderated by comedian and actor Timothy Simons, who will star as Tantalus in Season 2. And so I assume that's who was standing by the doorway when Dionysus was being, well, a jerk. Because I don't even I know you did something cool last year, but I don't even remember what it was. Anyway. Let's see. It says here, Season 2 is epic. It is so huge. What we were able to build. We are on the Sea of Monsters adventure, added shots. So he's one of the writers or executive producers, I'm not sure. So we are out at sea. We are on a 175-foot ironclad ship. We are on cruise ships. We are in chariot races. We are fighting incredible monsters. It is so massive. We cannot wait for you guys to see. Let's see. During the panel, Simons teased the audience with a special preview of Simhadri and Grover's highly anticipated wedding dress, which is a major wardrobe moment for him in Season 2 stories, as readers of the books will recall. The clip featured Simhadri's co-stars Jeffries, Deemer, and Scoble present for the special day of the dress spreading in addition to his parents. Deemer expressed how excited he was to be there for Simhadri, while Scoble went back in the dressing room to see the gown. Unfortunately, the clip cut off before we could see the dress, so viewers will have to tune into Season 2 for the big reveal. Well, of course they don't want to show the dress. I mean, the groom might be watching, because if he's in a wedding dress, I'm assuming there's a groom. So, yeah. That's going to be fun. I'm actually looking forward to that. Don't know who he's marrying or why, because that's quite a leap from last season. So, yeah. I'm kind of sort of familiar. Like I said, I read the plot on Wiki, but I didn't realize it got that close. So anyway, Simhadri and Scoble joked about the preparation they undertook for their big wedding scene. A ring may or may not have been involved. Scoble objected to a proposal that he didn't make behind the scenes. Okay. Did he propose to... All right. Let's see if there's anything else here. Season 2 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians is based on The Sea of Monsters, the second installment of Riordan and Disney Hyperion's best-selling book series. The installment's logline reads, after Camp Half-Blood's protected border is breached, Percy Jackson embarks on an epic odyssey into the Sea of Monsters in search of his best friend Grover and the one thing that may save the camp, the Golden Fleece. With help from Annabeth, Clarice, and his newfound Cyclops half-brother Tyson, Percy's survival is crucial in the fight to stop Luke, the Titan Kronos, and their impending plan to bring down Camp Half-Blood, and ultimately Olympus. Okay. Let's see. So Tamara Smart will play Talia Grace, daughter of Zeus, So at some point, I don't know if this is just... I did read in the comments when I mentioned this when she was cast that I don't know if she's just shown in flashbacks, but they did mention that somehow putting that protective border back up reanimated her. And so she ends up joining the group, which, yeah, that's a very mythology thing to do. But anyway, let's see. Other recurring guest stars include Jason Mantzoukas as Dionysus, which we knew. Let's see. Simon says Tantalus, which we just mentioned. Lin-Manuel Miranda, which we saw in the trailer. He's back as Hermes. Courtney B. Vance, who I mentioned this in a previous video, was recast from Lance Reddick, who unfortunately passed away, I think, shortly after they aired the finale. And the Grey sisters are Sandra Bernard, Kristen Shaw, and Margaret Cho. So that is the end of that article. And it'll be interesting to see if there's any other trailers that we will see at San Diego Comic-Con that's relevant to this channel, because let's face it, Marvel seems to be skipping Hall H, so is DC, so I guess that means we're getting a whole lot of nothing after this. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. I'm just following the schedule as it happens, so something else might happen. I believe that is all I have for this video. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one.